A good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Not for me and Enzo. We've been sat here for a good 42 minutes already talking about Alice from Dutch Pinball Exclusive. We're now going to talk about some other stuff, some other bits and pieces. Enzo, what has been your latest game that you got in there? Is it Stern Avatar? Is that your newest game?
Stern Avatar is one I've been, so I got that by default. It was actually a customer of mine had it. And a friend of mine said that this guy's got it. Turned out it was a customer of mine, and we did a bit of a contra deal with some subwoofers that he wanted to get. And I always had this thing that I really like the theme. My son loves the theme, and I said I want to get a Stern Avatar because it's got a bash toy. I've always enjoyed that game, always, but I want to pimp it out and I want to fill it with toys and I want to make it my own version of the world under glass, which I have done, and I probably could show you actually. But I've filled it with McFarlane toys and colors and UV lights, and it's not finished, but I'm really enjoying it, and I love the game. I love the sound effects. I love the call outs. In my opinion, they're better than the JJPs, but it is what it is. And I'm still heavily playing Elton John, John Wick, waiting for X-Men.
Oh, right. Okay. Did you have a date on that when X-Men's coming in?
Look, it's on water at the moment, so they're saying middle of November probably.
Okay. Well, you'd be excited, looking forward to that. It's good. That gives them time to update the code as well.
Yeah, well, the latest code just dropped the other day, and it's massive changes already. Better music, better call-outs, better animations. I don't know why people get so pissed off about this. We all know that games don't get released with finished games. I mean, I know Jersey Jack have an 80% finished game, and Stern will release one with 40%. We know that, it's going to evolve. Look at James Bond, like we said in the past with Gomez. Everyone hated it when it came out. Now it's nearly one of the best Stern games ever made. They're the ones I'm playing at the moment. You're playing. Your house is loaded. Looks like my artificial home at the back.
It does. I'm blessed. I am blessed at the moment. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I've got here right now. I've got a Jaws Premium, obviously Dolly Parton, naturally. A Jaws Premium, got Dolly Parton, got Whitewater, Attack from Mars, Ellie, I think. Whatever, the one with the dude on top, the alien on top. Lord of the Rings, and Avatar JJP. I think is that it? I think that's it. Oh no, and Deadpool as well. Poor old Deadpool. So we get no attention. So we get no attention.
You haven't been pulling his twanger lately.
I've not. I will still wear the jumper, the hoodie, but I've not been pulling Deadpool's twanger. And but I think he's been disloyal anyway. He's been mincing around with Wolverine recently, so I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he won't mind. And I've been so lucky. I've been so lucky. It really has to be said. So the idea that JJP have kindly sent over in conjunction with the channel sponsor Pinball Heaven, sent over an avatar for me to test and film, and I'm aware that I'm very, very lucky.
They flew that over, I believe.
They flew it over, yeah, absolutely. So I'm absolutely blessed. There's no doubt about it. But they're great guys. They're absolutely great guys. We're a great company. I've been constant contact with them over the last few days as well. So there'll be videos coming out soon on Avatar. I don't want to say too much about it yet, not because it's a secret, because it's just so big. It's so hard to learn because of the names and everything, and because it's not my theme. I have watched the film. I've watched the first film once, and I watched the new one, The Way of the Water, once. I sort of know the main character's name. I know who Spider is. And that's about, and I know it's called Pandora. And I remember from the first film that there was a very special tree which got blown up. That's my knowledge of it, which is really bad. So when I'm looking at all these modes, I find it utterly confusing. But they've given me this big sheet, this big laminated sheet with all the rules on it. It's like a tree, which shows you. It's like, honestly, it's like a family tree, which shows you exactly what you've got to do. So So there's a lot to learn. It's big, and that's always difficult for me because I'm not particularly
I'll throw a
intelligent.
spanner in the works for you. While you're playing Avatar next time, you're going to be wondering, do they have blue twangers? Do they have twangers?
No, that's not how it's done. They use the end of their hair.
That's right.
So the gentleman, whatever they're called, the blue gentleman finds a blue lady, and then he gets his ponytail, and then and that's how little blue babies are made. They touch ponytails. But the really weird thing is, not only can you have sex with another blue person, you can have sex with a tree or a shrub or something as well, because you can take that out and you, whatever, fish, anything. They're all at it. It's disgusting.
Anything.
People were complaining about Alice. Anyway, so I've tried that. I've tried docking with the machine. It's not worked since. Anyway, I think it's only meant to put coins in there. Anyway, it's my son's really enjoyed it. What I will say is that the shots are really makeable. We've got some very makeable shots.
Apart from one, I believe.
No, I don't.
The one at the back.
No, I disagree. It's makeable.
Yeah.
It's
interesting.
It's makeable. Yeah. And I will show you as much.
Maybe you're not that crap of a player that you think.
Well, I like to play it down and be humble. But the orbit, left flipper, right? Yeah, that orbit. It's honestly, it's a really good shot. And I actually remembered an immediate, and the flippers are good. The flippers are good again. Yeah. It's like Elton John. They're really on the money with that.
Well, it's the same. They said they've used the same flippers, which is good.
Yeah. So it shoots well. My issue with it, and it looks great. And also, this is not the top version. So this is the top versions. This is the LE. The top version's a CE. This is the one I would have, because I don't. It's blue. It's predominantly blue. I found the other one looked a bit orange for my liking.
The other one wouldn't fit in your room.
No, it probably wouldn't. But it looks stunning.
Cool.
My son's played it. My daughter's actually been playing it as well. So it shoots well. We got a lot to learn on it. Put it that way. This is a JJP. There's a lot. So it's very different to Elton John in that, as much as Elton John, there was a simplicity to play in it. You know, you light in the name Elton John. You collect his funky glasses, and you collect his big ass shoes, and you know, in that little lock shot off the upper flipper. You got the crocodile rock. I think you can play Elton John without even reading the apron card. Actually,
correct. I'll agree with that.
Excuse me, pulled my headphones out. Then, can you still hear me?
I can.
This is a completely different thing. So it's going to take a lot of learning.
My only gripe with JJP's Avatar is the lack of toys. That's it. And the toys that are in there are pretty. I mean, that mech is really small and crap. And
what that one?
Yeah, the one that's doing the Chinese cat. You know it's just That's why I've just shared my picture. If you want to share it quickly, I want to show you something.
Have you?
This is just to prove a point, right? So I took Stern's Avatar.
What? The pornographic picture or the pinball machine?
No, the other one. The other one.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
That's got a blue twanger. This is the thing. So this is basically Stern Avatar, but I've done it as a homage to both films, right? So I've got toys in there from both films, right?
Yeah.
And it's loaded with toys. I've even got some floating rocks in the back. All right, let me see the floating rocks.
Have you planted something in the back? Have you got something growing in there?
Yeah, I've got some moss growing, and I got them from an aquarium.
It's an aquarium. Yeah, your poor fish is thinking, well, it's all getting very bare in his fish tank.
Yeah, I got the two avatars in the corner. I've got some, the dog. And it all lights up with UV as well. All the toys have UV paint on them. I've got an airplane hanger there.
Oh, okay.
It's it doesn't take much, right? These toys cost like $10 each.
Sure.
Anyway, that's my only gripe with JJP's Avatar.
Yeah, do you know what? I hadn't even particularly thought about it like that. To be, as it
Well, you will
seems,
now.
yeah. There's a lot going on, So I'm looking at
Yeah.
it, and that screen is something else. It really is. I sort of forget. I've got to get myself. I have no JJP in my collection. I think I've got to find room for a JJP. That's for sure. And
I played Wizard of Oz again today, right, at my friend Brett's house. And that game just is always captivates me. It is packed, like packed.
Yeah.
Probably the most packed game I've ever played.
Yeah. There's something very, very special about that. They just did everything they could. That thing that we say, did they make the best pinball machine that they could? They really did.
Apart from
but they didn't know. I still think that was as good as they could do them. I really do.
Yeah.
I think they tried. It just somebody came along and improved what was. Yeah, I think if you were to get one of those and then change the flipper. So I think about that. Maybe one day I'd like a Pirates of the Caribbean or one of those, or a Hobbit. But now you can get. There's something. It might even be a board. There's a mechanism and a board or something, which makes those old JJP flippers play like the new ones. And I think I really I'm sort of in awe a lot of the time about these JJP machines.
That's a good segue.
Yes, oars.
No, not whores. We've already spoken about Alice.
We have. Yeah. Absolutely. Jaws. I am blown away by this pinball machine.
I told you.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was.
But you know something interesting is that I don't think you would have still liked it, but I think 3 months ago you wouldn't have loved it as much as you do now. The code just keeps getting better and better and better.
It's a masterpiece. I don't say that too often. It's a masterpiece. This is one of the best pinball machines I've ever played in my life. I actually feel like I'm catching a shark. I feel like I'm in film.
Yeah.
I absolutely feel like I'm in the film. It's in completely and utterly immersive. And I need to change my bloody glasses again. Excuse me while I turn around, right? I just want to look what else is film-wise. Okay. I've got a list of games there.
Mm-hmm.
And look, one of my favorite games is Deadpool. I love Deadpool because it's fun. I love the shots. Do I feel immersed in the world of Deadpool? No, I'm just playing a great pinball game.
Yeah. Yep.
I love the simplicity of it, and how when you hit the shots, he's doing a punch or a kick and it beats. I like that. I have nothing bad to say about Deadpool, but I don't feel I'm in that world, that Marvel universe, when I play it. Sopranos, great game. There it is. Do I feel like I'm in an episode of Sopranos? No. Great fun. Love the game. Love it when it goes into that mode where it's cursing all the time. You get what was Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. Do I feel like, I mean, as fun as it is, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel that. It has to be said. And I know people said that maybe Stranger Things is immersive and you feel like you're in it, and I can sort of get that. And people certainly said it with The Hobbit. I certainly feel it when I play Lord. Go on.
I get it with Lord of the Rings and Star Trek, Stern Star Trek.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm on the Enterprise and I'm doing missions and I'm in the search party, and I'm, just missing the green women that you sleep with, and that's about it.
Well, don't need to. You've got Avatar now. I've got blue women to join hair with. I don't have much hair left anymore. If I was, what are they called? Those people in Avatar?
The Na'vi.
If I was a Na'vi, my sex life would be over because my hair's all more or less fallen out. I'd be saying, I'm not macing with you. You got nothing else. I'd probably say, what about a bit of eyebrow or something? Do you think we can
take an eyebrow?
So it's.
I get what you mean.
It's just great for you to say that, because now you've reminded me. Yes, Star Trek Next Generation. I feel a bit like that. I do feel like I'm in an episode of it, actually. I'm blown away by this game. And you know when it does like Quint's challenge,
Yeah.
where you got to tie the knot, and it's different. It does different ones, and then it'll flash it up. It'll say that shot, that shot, that shot. I don't know if other games do that, but I haven't noticed necessarily that they do. I think that's absolutely great. Yesterday, I was playing that game, and I've not even learned all the rules yet. I'm still just playing it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Are you? So I am.
Yeah.
I've got the barrel. I've done the harpoon. The fin comes up. That's a pinball moment. I don't care what anybody says. I turn into a little kid at that point. The post comes up. It stops the ball, and then the fin comes up. It's an easy shot. It might as well not be. And then there's this mode. I don't know what. At some point, I was playing it, and it was a bit like T-Rex mode on Deadpool, where you got to hit a shot, then hit little Deadpool, hit a shot, hit little Deadpool. So you have to take out a green shot, then hit the sharks. The sharks come up out the playfield. Hit another shot, hit the shark. Then all this stuff. I got it. I caught the Mako shot. Anyway, whatever happened, I think I'd stacked a load of modes. So there's people running off the beach. I caught the shark. I caught the Mako shark. There was no one in there. There's no one in there to high five. But if there was, I've been high fiving someone.
So it's interesting because, like, my daughter really likes the fact that when you choose the shark, so the Mako shark, you've got to, I don't know, you're meant to hit
80 spins of the thing.
80 spins, 4 ramps, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And then reel the shark in at the end. That's really captivating. Like, that part there is like a journey. And there are many moments in that game. Like, even there's that mode where the shark pops up and it goes dark and you're playing, it's a nighttime swim and all the lights in the machine turn off.
Yeah.
That's a moment. Like, that's one of my favorite moments in the game.
Yeah, I'm blown. I only have one complaint, and that is the air balls that I'm getting off it currently. So it's getting stuck everywhere. And it's where the fin comes up. Now, apparently, I mean, we've discussed this as well. Apparently, there is a modification that you can get. Yeah. I think my friend John might be 3D print because we discussed it. My friend John might be 3D printing something that goes in there. So there's a bit of a design flaw in there. I don't care. So what it does,
it's interesting because
it stops me hitting that spinner.
And then going.
The reel. You know, the reel.
Yeah.
Just before that, it jumps and it can either get lodged on the back or on top of the boat. And I love the game so much, I forgive it instantly. It's incredible. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say that, like, I think with that, the hole in the playfield for where the fin comes up, I'm noticing that anyone that, like, there's probably just that, like, little percentage that if your game is a little bit higher than the next person's or a little bit lower, then you don't notice the air balls. But if you've got it set differently, because some people I've spoken to have never had air balls.
Right. Really?
And then a lot of people I have spoken to have as well. So it must be just that, like, they must have it in a sweet spot in the office that it's never really airballed that much. And it was never alarmed them, right? It never alarmed them. So, you know, although Stern, funnily enough, always say that the bubble in the lane should be in the middle of the two lines, whereas most people don't set their machines like that. It'd be interesting to know where yours is, actually.
I can have a look. Hold on.
Where's your bubble, mate?
Sorry, not good video, I know, but yeah, it's not.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's look, I'll look at it. I mean, they're so big it jumps onto the wire form on the right hand side. I mean, it launches it; it'll hit the glass sometimes as well. It is a proper air balls. But I am. It's fine because I know it'll be fixed. I know it'll be sorted out. And I honestly can't think of a game that I've ever had here that didn't have a problem.
That's pinball for you.
Maybe my first Jurassic Park, Stern Jurassic Park. Maybe that had nothing that needed tweaking at all. It just worked perfectly. I think, there's a bit. I can't think there's been anything else that hasn't had to have some adjustment or some tweak, and I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. That's not a problem. But honestly, I am so immersed in this game, and I know it's good as well because my son. So my kids are with me half the week. My son has been back here on the last 2 days when he's meant to be at his mum's, and he's come back here just to play Jaws, which tells you everything you need to know. I've knocked. He was grand champion. I've knocked him off. He doesn't even. I played it so much. I played it so much that he's not even on the scoreboard, anymore. And he was. Yeah, I know. It was. Yeah, I just can't stop playing the game. I just think. And it's. Are you
going to put the glass on this time now and play it properly?
Quite right. No, people accuse me of having an agenda sometimes against Stern. I'll believe you me, I don't. If they produce something magnificent, as I say, like Deadpool or like that, I have no complaints.
Would you say that Jaws is loaded?
That premium.
Jaws premium, I would say, is like people complain that Stern don't put enough in their game. I think that is jam-packed, loaded with stuff.
I don't care about the shark not eating the ball.
You never miss it.
I just don't. I know he looks a bit of like, it doesn't quite look like a great white, like the one that comes out. I get it. He doesn't. Okay, fine. I sort of don't care. The boat's there. My friend John is creating something amazing for that Orca boat. Amazing, by the way. Wait till you see that. I don't care. I think I like the upper playfield. I think I played the pro. I only played the pro, really. I think before that, the pro's a lot of fun. That game. You're having a lot of fun with that game. I like the upper flipper, the way that stops. First of all, I didn't think the upper flipper really worked. It does. It works so well. I love the way you can do the lifesaver ring on the left-hand side with a button. Yep. That's great.
Yeah.
And it's got the Indiana Jones thing on the right-hand side where you can bump it back from the out lane to the in lane. I used to say that when that was Mark Ritchie, Indiana Jones, the Williams one. And I often wondered, why is that not on every game? I wanted that on every game, and I used to say it as well. I'm thrilled with what he's done. And I have to say, I think part of that reel being there, that feels like a fishing reel, and they've got the sound when you hit it. It does the fishing reel sound.
Yep.
Whoever's done the coding on that game, already I am blown away by it. Absolutely blown away by it. And
have you done the 16-bit thing, the Jaws Revenge, or
no? I don't know this bit yet. No.
Yeah.
I might have to update the code, but the biggest problem I've got is down here in the cave. I can't put it to Insider Connected. Insider Connected has to have a password, and I don't have password on my Wi-Fi down here. So there's no bit. You can't say on Insider Connected, oh, I don't have a password. That's no good. You have to put one in. Well, I don't have one. So I can't have the machine down here on the internet. So I would have to have to do it with a USB stick, which is a shame because it means I can't log in on my Insider Connected. But honestly, I'm fine. I don't care. That's fine. But if they started to do things where you had, like you mentioned with John Wick sometimes, where you have to go and do a hitman mission or something. They started introducing things like that on Jaws, where a shark has been spotted off the coast of Amity Island and you've got an hour to go and get it. Then I might have to rethink my
That's a good idea.
policy. Yeah, they can have that one.
The radar's picked up a tiger shark.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool. But I could say nothing. I've got nothing but praise for that game. I will tell you now, that will sit very high on that board. And at the moment, I'll say no more than that because I'm going to do videos on it. I cannot wait. I actually can't wait to do the videos on it.
Do you remember when we spoke before, you said you had an idea about two things and you'll talk about it in the next hour?
I did. You're right. Yes. Okay. So my girlfriend, doesn't play pinball. She will have a game.
You force it. We get it.
Sorry?
You force her. We get it.
I don't force her. In fact, she really played. I might have even mentioned it on video. There was a little while, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, when I came down here to do, because I work. It is where I work, so I do my work here. I do my video work and whatnot for my job. And I left. She was here, and I said, right, I'm going down to do sort of an hour and a half's work. I left her, and she said, "Oh, leave them on," meaning Attack from Mars and Whitewater.
Mm.
I did. I think I was meant to do 40 minutes work. I did about an hour and a half, and came back up there. She was still playing, so she'd been playing for an hour and a half. So yeah, she gets the bug. She can get the bug, but she couldn't tell you much about any pinball machine or who makes what or anything like that. But she said, so I was holding this big sheet from Avatar and trying to look through and working out the names. And I really loved that. I think it was, again, it's my friend John, who I've mentioned for the third time in this interview. John is Hot Mods, basically. Hot Mods. He's got a mod coming out for Godzilla, by the way. I don't know what I can say, but is
it a walking Godzilla?
It's not Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
It's someone else.
Oh.
But I think it's going to be one of the best selling mods for Godzilla. I that's how good it is.
Nice.
Anyway, so we'll do it. We'll be featuring it on this channel. I don't want to spoil it. It's his baby. I don't want to spoil the surprise particularly. But he was he put me on the road to. I was trying to work out how to work out the lower playfields on Avatar, for instance. What did I need to do? So I wasn't entirely sure that you had to use the flipper buttons to move the shots on the pop bumper one at the top. So he said you should go and watch Flipping Out. He said, go and watch Flipping Out. And whenever I hear anything like that stream, I immediately, my brain switches off because I think, an hour and a half, 2 hour stream of watching, as I've mentioned, like a compartmentalized screen where you get the person playing, you get a little bit of the play field, and you get a little bit of this. I just don't have the patience, or as I mentioned before, the eyesight.
Yeah.
So he said, no, go and check it out. So I went and checked out this Flipping Out stuff. The guy's just there with the pinball, rolling it over switches, 10-minute video telling you what to do. I thought, this is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, it was the best thing I'd seen since Carrie Hardy's tutorial on Stranger Things, which again, I think it was 8 or 9 minutes. It was brilliant. So anyway, so I watched this thing. Okay, I understand it. I got it. And funny enough, I used Flipping Out's. They did the same thing for Jaws, which I thought was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 10 minutes, concise, really well explained. I like him. As I say, I know I've been in pinball for a few years now. I probably should have known more about it, but I didn't. Really good. Very, very impressed. And anyway, so I was watching this, and I was saying to Lisa, my girlfriend, and she was saying, well, I was saying it's just really complicated. I need to learn this. I need to learn. And she was fascinated by why I had to learn it. And she was talking about, so it's not like Attack from Mars. So even she understands Attack from Mars, the flying saucer, the cities, and so on and so forth. I said, no, this is some really in-depth stuff here. I need to learn everything about it. I'm probably going to need to learn the characters and learn everything about them before I can really learn about these pinball machines. I'm probably going to have to watch the film again, probably, right? Or both films or whatever. And she said, is it any more complicated than Lord of the Rings? And I said, well, no, not at all. But you've only got to look around here, to see what's sort of going on. I don't... because I know the story of of everything.
I prefer Gandalf the Grey.
That's Saruman.
Oh, was it? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, no, that's not Gandalf the White.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
He's up on horseback up there, which just out of camera shot there.
That's awesome.
He's on Shadowfax, basically. There you go. So not only do I know Gandalf, the various different Gandalfs, I know Gandalf's what Gandalf's horse is called. And this is the really important thing. I know the different variations of pipeweed that hobbits smoke. I know everything there is. So when I look at the playfield, on Lord of the Rings. It's complicated, but it's not to me. I have a full understanding of it. And this is why theme is so important, which is really what I wanted to say. Is that Avatar any more or less complicated than Lord of the Rings? No, probably not. But I don't know all the characters' names. I don't know the locations. I know all of this stuff. I can't see. I'm not going to grab it now. I've got a map of Middle Earth I've got a 1.5 meter map of Middle Earth back there. And this is why I just think theme is just so important, because the theme teaches you the rules.
100%.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I think theme is important.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna go in a second because I've been waffling on for too long. But it was really just an opportunity for me to say how brilliant Jaws is. Really. What's next? What's coming in next for you?
Well, X-Men's due in November. And I think that's it for a while. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I've been, how do you keep up with all these great games coming out? That's the problem, right? It's just 3 a year from Stern. And, if the rumor's true and Stern's doing Dungeons and Dragons, I'm in trouble again.
Really?
I love Dungeons. Oh, I love Dungeons.
So we were just talking about theme. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. So, I think that's like some themes, like I might say I'm not buying a machine for 12 months, but if a theme comes out that you really want, I'll use my friend Ash, for example. He said he would never pay brand new price for a JJP. He loves Avatar. And as soon as that got announced, what did he do? He bought an Avatar.
Really?
And he said he never would. I'm calling you out, Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
No, but he's like Ash.
Stand by your convictions.
Yeah. He loves the theme. He's got the other Avatar too, in a limited edition Avatar, Stern. He's going to have them side by side. Just loves the theme, So theme will make a man do stupid shit. Yeah,
for sure. I was thinking it the other day when I don't give a spoiler, but Blade appears in a recent film. Wesley Snipes playing Blade appears in a modern film. I don't want to give a spoiler. I loved Blade. I loved Wesley Snipes' version of Blade. If they brought Blade out, then I'm in trouble. Yeah. It's funny, and I saw a poster the other day for the Lost Boys. I love the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys, I would have to find the money or something would get sold. That's what I meant when we were doing the Alice video. You can sit here and you can talk about loving a game as much as you want. Me, you, anyone that does a video, anyone. But you will know when you truly love a game because you'll move heaven and earth to get it.
For me, it'll be Matrix and Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah. Back to the Future. Amazing. But there you go. It's which brings us back to Jaws, because Back to the Future and Jaws are two of my most favourite films of all time. And all I can say is, just to anyone that thought or said at the start that they hadn't done the theme of Jaws justice, they really have. They really, really have. Elwin and his team and Stern, and I wish I knew their names, to say who they were. The fact that what's his name, Roy Scheider is not on the playfield. Okay, not ideal, but he's there plenty. He's there plenty in the clips. But like you, by the way, I'll just say this. I said the only negative is the air balls. The artwork on that premium is awful. Sorry to say.
The Translite.
I hate it.
Yeah, well, I'll put the Pro on there.
Yeah, it's got to go. It's got to go, and it will go. And I wonder if you can get the rad cows for the side. Can you get rad cows for a stern, do you think? I wonder.
Possibly. So the mechanics is Harrison Drake. Software is Rick Nagel. I hope I did pronounce that right. Artwork is Michael Bernard, and sound is Jerry Thompson on Jaws. There you go.
They've done a great. Yeah, and by the way, that let's just say about that artwork. I heard that the people were not saying great things about the playfield artwork. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think that team have done a fantastic job. So well done for calling them all out. I just wish when they'd have done their first stream, they'd all got dressed up as sharks.
My friend Brett did on the launch party. He was wearing a shark suit and he was sweating like a rapist too. He was leaving a pool of water behind him. Can you say that on this channel? Whoops.
I don't know what you just did. Anyway, listen, thanks. I'm subscribed. I've probably lost a few now, but all that sort of stuff. Enzo, cheers, mate. Enjoy your wonderful, wonderful fake room there. He does have a real one. Don't know how to do a fake one. Mate, thanks. Yeah. It's late at night in Australia. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with you soon.